Hi there friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots with a quick craft. We're making faux fur trees for the holidays. If you'd like to make them, stick around. As always, please like this video so I know you're here. Now we're going to start out with a few cones. I have eyelash yarn, faux fur fabric, and minky fabric. You're also going to need a 1/4 inch dowel. We're going to start out with the eyelash yarn. And you notice the finger protectors, didn't use it, had it on the wrong finger, burned myself again. Now I have 2 fingers covered in protectors. I would highly recommend that for this craft, just because you want the yarn to lay right next to the previous level, and all you're doing is wrapping and gluing it directly to the cone. Just make sure you're pushing it down. So when you get up to the top, use a small piece of dowel. I cut a couple of inches, poked it into the top, and then built everything up to a point. I think it looks better than the ones that are just flopped over the top. So this is a little tip. I'm going to use this through all 3 of mine. And you can set that aside because we're done. Next up is the most expensive one. This is Mongolian fur in a 3-inch pile. And if you have it and want to use it, super. It looks pretty amazing in person. So that's why I would recommend using it. So all I'm doing is just rolling it, wrapping it, and then I'm just going to identify with the point of the dowel up there allowed for as well. I'm gonna slice it with my craft knife and then rip it. All right, so now all we're going to do with this one is just hot glue it down. That's it. Be careful not to get any hot glue on the actual faux fur. It's long pile and it will just be a mess. You'll have to cut it out. So we're going to kind of hide that seam so you'll be able to know what I'm talking about when you see it. We're going to again cut off a few inches of the dowel, and then we're going to poke it into the top, and we're going to glue the fabric part of the faux fur to itself and then to the dowel. Easy peasy, right? And then you're just going to brush it out and lay it flat, or you can rough and tumble it, but I like it because it has this nice little skirt at the bottom. Okay, for our last one, we're almost done. We're using a minky fabric. Now this does shed a little bit, but it's so inexpensive, especially if you get it at the craft stores, and it's literally one of the most luxurious fabrics that I have. I do love minky, it's my favorite. Okay, so all I'm doing here is rolling and wrapping. This is not my preferred method. I'll just tell you that I wanted to see if this would make a difference because I don't like making hats this way. I don't like it, and I'll tell you why in just a second. I saw this on another No Makers video and I wanted to try if I could just do this. I don't like how it looks. You have to do a lot of cleanup. So just FYI, do it as we did the first faux fur and do your line and wrap it that way. So here I am just wasting material using this method. And then I felt that after you glue it down, you have to cut off this seam so because you can see the seam this way. So again, not my favorite method. I would hem one side so it's all tucked over and everything. But what I do is just trim it as close as I can get it all the way up and then hot glue it down. I do think that this one doesn't look as good as the others only because that seam is very pronounced. So I finished it off the same way. I put a little dowel on the top and then glued the fabric to itself and to that dowel. And guess what? You're done. Look, I lost a finger protector. See, I'm telling you, even when I try to protect my fingers, it doesn't happen. Okay, so this is it. You're just going to push that together. Again, those finger protectors are awesome. Try and clean up this fabric because like I said, it does shed a little bit, but that's it. What do you think about this easy, quick craft? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to make these adorable gnomes that I featured with them, that tutorial will be below as well. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe.